To get started with Program 3 for Unit 6, we open a connection here to the shell of object called Books. Then we look up the key Pride and Prejudice and assign lines to the value, which is the list of lines contained in the book. We'd like to compute the average length of words in Pride and Prejudice. We'll run one by one through all of the words, keeping track of how many words we've seen and the total of all the lengths of the words. Dividing the total of all the lengths by the number of words gives us the average word length. We'll use number for the number of words seen so far and total length for the total length of all words seen so far. We go one by one through the lines in the book. For each line, we go one by one through the words. This is a little tricky, but luckily we've done it before and saved our work in the my module. The function my.cleanedup takes a string and removes punctuation so that we can more easily split it into words. We take the line, clean it up, and then apply split. When we get to this point, we have an individual word. Since we have a new word, we'll let number count up by 1. We'll also increase total length by the length of the word we're currently processing. When we finish going through all the words, we can compute the average length by taking the total length of all words put together and dividing by the number of words we've seen. Let's test this. Here's the average length of words in Pride and Prejudice. If we wanted, we could simply copy this code, substituting Huckleberry Finn here, and get an answer for our second book. But instead, let's take a nicer approach. We'll create a function that takes in a title and gives us back the average word length. I'll take all of this code that I've written so far and indent it so that it can easily be made part of a function. The function will be average word length, and it takes in a title. We'll use that title here instead of Pride and Prejudice, so that if we pass in Pride and Prejudice, that's the book that will be used, but we can just as easily pass in Huckleberry Finn, or later, if we have other books, those as well. Finally, at the end, rather than printing anything, we'll have the function give back its answer. Now, here's how we can use the function. Let's go one by one through our list of titles. For each one, we'll print the title and the average word length. Using our new function. Here's our program. Let's test it out. We can see that Pride and Prejudice uses words which are about 1 character longer than the average words used in Huckleberry Finn. There's a difference, but if you've looked at each book, it's surprising perhaps how small this difference is.